Time magazine announced and released its cover design well ahead of schedule, that it would feature a transgender male on its cover for the first time in magazine history. The March 29, 2021 cover will feature Elliot Page, who was formerly Ellen Page. I have done a decode on the official announcement of the Ellen to Elliot Page transition, in which I explained its esoteric. The same core esoteric elements are at play with Time magazine feature. It is also important to acknowledge that one of the most influential powers behind the current world zeitgeist is Rome. That never fell, only changed its facade. The Vatican and the United States are the two primary elements of the mask that the Roman Empire hides. The most vivid examples of Rome continued presence is the feces symbol and the eagle in American governmental iconography, and the fact that the Roman Senate sat on the sacred Capitoline Hill while the United States Senate sits on Capitol Hill. The Vatican venerates Jupiter in the form of St. Peter, the esoteric keys to the Elliot Page Roman ritual. Juno, the patron goddess of the Roman Empire. The sacred Roman Capitoline Hill honored its elite deities. The Capitoline triad that featured Jupiter, symbolized by the eagle, and Jupiter's sister and consort Juno, the patron goddess of the Roman Empire. The, at the time, actress Ellen Page established herself as an A-lister with her starring role as a character named after the patron goddess of the Roman Empire in the eponymous movie Juno. Jupiter as St. Peter. Peter is Peter. The priceless 1st century Roman statue of the god Jupiter was moved out of Italy to a city named after St. Petersburg, Russia, as homage to St. Peter representing Jupiter. The gematria of Jupiter and transgender 99, 53, 35. Jupiter has gematria value of 99. This will emerge in a Jovian ritual. Jupiter equals 99 in English order. Transgender sums to 53 in gematria. Gender sums to 53 and 35. These numbers are virtually guaranteed to manifest in a gender/transgender narratives. Transgender equals 53 in full reduction. Gender equals 53 in English ordinal. If you spell out the number 35, it sums to 53 in the septenary. 35 equals 53 in septenary. Gender equals 35 in full reduction. The name Elliot sums to 35. The name Page sums to 16. The 16th prime number is 53. Elliot equals 35 in reverse full reduction. Page equals 16 in reverse full reduction. And the properties of 53 are the prime number, 16th prime number. Elliot Page and the Fight for Trans Equality by Katie Steinmetz. Elliot Page is described as a trans man, which sums to 53. Trans man equals 53 in reverse full reduction. The Time magazine article is written by Katie Steinmetz, who writes regularly for Time on transgender-related topics. Matria explains why she is designated by Time magazine to focus on transgender issues. Her name, Katie Steinmetz, sums to 53. Katie Steinmetz equals 53 in full reduction. The throne / chair, the symbol of Jupiter. The throne / chair is a symbol of Jupiter. Jupiter is Zeus in ancient Greece. Zeus and Jupiter are depicted seated on thrones / chairs, as exemplified by the Catapulian Jupiter statuette below. The Catapulian Jupiter. Chair of St. Peter. Statue of St. Peter on his signature Jovian chair / throne. St. Peter is depicted seated at St. Peter's Basilica, in the Vatican and various other places, in a similar manner to Zeus and Jupiter are. The throne / chair itself is venerated. The chair of St. Peter, aka Throne of St. Peter, has a spectacularly ornate shrine in St. Peter's Basilica, and even has its own holy day, the Feast of the Chair of St. Peter, observed every February 22nd. The primary tagline and catchphrase from the movie Juno is, "It all started with a chair." This occulted reference is now crystal clear: Jupiter. The horizontal orange and white stripes on her shirt and in the background are symbolic of the orange and white horizontal stripes of the planet Jupiter, as is the tiger motif rug. It all started with a chair sums to 353, which is a palindrome and is a combination of 35 and 53. Chair of Peter, as it is also called, sums to 53 in the septenary cycle. It all started with a chair equals 353 in reverse order. Chair of Peter equals 53 in septenary. It is also known as the Throne of St. Peter, which sums to 201. Preeminent Jesuit number. Throne sums to 35. Throne equals 35 in full reduction. The planet Jupiter rules the zodiac signs of Sagittarius and Pisces. It is of utmost ritual significance that the first openly Jesuit Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, is a Sagittarius. He represents Jupiter. Elliot Page, being a Pisces, also represents Jupiter. The sculpture of the chair of St. Peter, Gian Lorenzo Bernini, was born and died in Sagittarius, December 7, 1598, and November 28, 1680. His name, Gian Lorenzo Bernini, sums to 99. Gian Lorenzo Bernini, born Gian Lorenzo Bernini, 7 December 1598, died 28 November 1680, age 81. Gian Lorenzo Bernini equals 99 in reverse full reduction. Gian Lorenzo Bernini also sums to 56 in the septenary cipher, a very important number to the Jesuit order. His last name, Bernini, sums to 71, an even more significant number that connects Peter, 71, to Zeus, 71, to Jovian, 71, to Catholic, 71, to the Jesuit orders, aka the Society of Jesus, 71. The 53-35 code unites mythology and transgenderism. In Greco-Roman mythology, Jupiter castrates his father, Saturn. Castration can be performed in male-to-female transgender transition. The term castrate sums to 35 in the septenary cipher. Castrate equals 35 in septenary. In gematria, castrate also sums to 24. Castrate equals 24 in full reduction. The glyph symbol for the planet Jupiter looks like the number 24. St. Peter's Cross, the mutable cross of the zodiac Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. St. Peter's Cross is the upside-down cross in the fashion in which St. Peter is said to have been crucified. Gematria reveals this association. Inverted cross and cross of St. Peter are a supermatch in 3 out of 4 base ciphers. Inverted cross and cross of St. Peter both equal 63 in full reduction, 180 in reverse ordinal, and 81 in reverse full reduction. Peter is said to have been crucified under Roman Empire or Emperor Nero. It is also called the Latrine Cross. In astrology, it is known as the Mutable Cross. The mutable signs are Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, Gemini, ruled by Mercury, Pisces, Jupiter, and Virgo, Mercury. Sagittarius-Gemini forms one axis of the cross. Pisces-Virgo forms the other. Jupiter and Mercury are detriments, polar opposites of each other. Mercury, Jupiter, the Hangman, Juno. Release date, September 1, 2007. In Telluride, December 5th, 2007 in the United States. Ellen Page is a Pisces. Elliot Page is married to... Elliot Page is a Pisces. Elliot Page is married to Emma Portner, who is a Sagittarius. Both are part of St. Peter's Cross. Portner is Jupiter. Page is Juno, the consort of Jupiter. The movie Juno had 2 release dates, both on the Patrine Cross, September 1st in Virgo, and December 5th in Sagittarius. The Mutable Cross, aka the Patrine Cross, or St. Peter's Cross, is an inverted cross. In gematria, inversion sums to 35 in the septenary cipher. Inversion equals 35 in septenary. The tarot symbolism in the Time magazine cover, the mutable cross /Patrine cross is represented in tarot by Major Arcana card number 12, the Hangman, that depicts a man hanging upside down off of a tree by one ankle. Time magazine's cover is designed with this esoteric code. It is designed to be inverted like St. Peter's Cross, of which Page is a part. being a Pisces. It is a Pisces-Virgo Sagittarius-Gemini cross. When inverted, the Time magazine cover displays Elliot Page as the Hangman. The Hangman and inversion have double overlap in the base ciphers of Gematria, most significantly at the value of 53. Inversion equals 53 in full reduction and 55 in reverse reduction. The Hangman equals 53 in reverse reduction and 55 in full reduction. The New Testament twice quotes Jesus as referring to Peter as Satan. In Matthew 16:23 and Mark 8:33. It is interesting that Satan sums to 35 and 55. Female to male transgenders receive a mastectomy to remove breast tissue. Mastectomy sums to 35 and 55. Mastectomy equals 35 in full reduction and 55 in reverse full reduction. There is another tarot card represented here, card 0, the Fool, which features a small dog. The dog in Elliot Page Time magazine cover is the dog on the Fool card. The dog represents instinct, intuition, and connection to nature. If the Time cover is meant to be viewed upside down, then the dog from the Fool card is reversed, which would signify going against nature. Against nature sums to 53 in the septenary cipher. A reverse Fool card also indicates a bad decision. Against nature equals 55 or 53 in septenary. In pictures of his youth, Elliot Page very often appears to be a boy. It is a possibility that Page was born a male, raised to be a female, who then detransitioned back to a male. Elliot Page's male appearance as a youth. In Gematria, the Fool card sums to 53. Notice the bright white light shining behind the heads of Page and the character on the Fool card. This could be interpreted to represent the star Sirius, known as the dog star. The Fool card equals 53 in full reduction. Time magazine Elliot Page issue release date of March 29th, 2021, and the Feast of the Chair of St. Peter, February 22nd. March 29th, 2021 is a date with 53 numerology. 3 plus 29 plus 21 equals 53. The time between the dates equals 35 days. Time magazine releases the Elliot Page issue 35 days after the Feast of the Chair of St. Peter, February 22nd, 2021. Remember that Page is associated with a Jovian chair as Juno in the eponymous film. Day of the year was February 22, 53. February 22nd equals 277 in reverse ordinal. Days left in the year, March 29, 277. Elliot Page equals 277 in Jewish. The date of Feast of the Chair of St. Peter, February 22nd, leaves 53 days in the year in non-leap years. When you spell out February 22nd, you get a gematria value of 277. March 29th, the date of the Time magazine release, leaves 277 days in the year. The term gender bender sums to 277. Gender bender equals 277 in Jewish. The phrase Elliot Page as the hangman comes to 222, like the date February 22 of the feast of the chair of St. Peter. Elliot Page as the hangman equals 222 in English ordinal. As Ellen Page was romantically linked with actress Drew Barrymore, their partnership was highly publicized in the media, including this Mary Claire magazine cover. Drew Barrymore, date of birth, February 22nd, 1975. The Juno Space Orbiter. Drew Barrymore's birthday and the feast of the chair of St. Peter are one day after Elliot Page's birthday. That makes them both Pisces. Pisces is part of the astrological St. Peter's cross and ruled by Jupiter. Remember that Page's current spouse, Emma Portner, is Sagittarius, a sign that is also ruled by the planet Jupiter. Page has clearly been chosen to play the symbolic role of the consort of Jupiter, Juno, the patron goddess of Rome. In 2016, NASA's Juno entered the orbit of Jupiter on July 5th. From the March 29, 2021 publishing date of the Time magazine Elliot Page special to the 2021 anniversary of the Juno probe arrival in Jupiter's orbit is a 99-day span. 99, the key gematria value of Jupiter. From the day of the Time magazine Elliot Page issue release, March 29th, to the Roman Holy Day honoring Jupiter and Juno, feast of Jupiter and Juno, April 22nd, is 24 days. Remember that the quote and tagline from the movie Juno, it all started with a chair, sums to 353, a palindrome and combination of 35 and 3, the chair being a powerful symbol of Jupiter. It all started with a chair equals 353 in reverse ordinal. Look how 353 is referenced in the official account of the Juno Space Probe's Jupiter mission. On 5 July 2016, between 3:18 and 3:53 UTC Earth receiving time, and insertion burn lasting 2,102 seconds decelerated Juno by 542 miles a second and changed its trajectory from a hyperbolic flyby to an elliptical polar orbit with a period of about 53.5 days. After starting with a 353 reference, the sentence ends with a 535 reference. The ritual of Juno's birth of Vulcan. The gods of Rome are still venerated today on an occulted level. The Ellen/Elliot Page saga is a vivid example of that, as Ellen Page embodies the Roman queen of the gods and goddesses of childbirth, Juno. Gematria proves this fact. Juno and Ellen have double overlap in gematria. Ellen equals 48 in English ordinal and 21 in full reduction. Juno equals 48 in reverse ordinal and 21 in reverse full reduction. The movie Juno ends with Ellen Page's character, Juno MacGuff, fulfilling the role of the Roman goddess of childbirth by giving birth in the final stages of the movie. Juno gives birth to a boy. In Roman mythology, Juno births two boys, Mars and Vulcan. Juno MacGuff gives birth to a baby boy, Elliot / Vulcan. Gematria indicates which son of Juno is alluded to in the movie Ritual. Elliot and Vulcan are a super match across the three of the base ciphers. Elliot and Vulcan both equal 73 in English ordinal, 89 in reverse ordinal, and 35 in reverse full reduction.